I'm just a lazy video gamer, even too lazy to make a new intro. LVG. Hello out there in Videoland. Guess who's not amused? That's right, it's the lazy video gamer. But first, for this week's little show, I wanna ask you something. If you catch someone who steals your car and starts to drive away, you would run behind the car and this person and waving your money and say, hey, take this for the next fuel. The gasoline is almost empty, right? But that's exactly what happens to me. If you know, I have several issues with the German distributor, worldwide distribution for the Polymega and arcade one-ups. I wrote after the last video about the topic of this, you know which console, also to the German distributor, and they should send me my 2 caps as usual promised back in the day in July. Nothing came, and then I wrote them. They answered me, it comes in autumn. At the very beginning of September, I said, now it's autumn, where is my stuff? We meant November, of course, because November is the last month of the autumn, so it's the basic, again in 3 months you get something. I saw several videos also on YouTube of people, they waited 3 months for their Polymega and modules. So they actually ship to someone out there, but not to those people who are waiting since years. And not to people like me who say that's not correct what you do. Well, I wrote them a couple of weeks ago and I waited for an answer, and the answer came. But first I wrote them, you will ship me these things in November. This is not an option anymore. I want my money back. And all of it. If they don't know how to get some money, they can revisit their own homepage. And by the way, that they could correct the grammatics. I showed some examples, and believe it or not, the word and the text payment methods and shipping methods aren't there anymore, but entirely. So yeah, it's what I said, they don't ship anything. They wrote me back and to say thanks for my grammatical advice. Also, I wrote them that the Polymega is malfunctioning after not even a year, and I will recycle it by myself. They wrote me 4 lines. What is malfunctioning will be replaced. Please send back. Now we here at the point with the gasoline, you remember. We will ship what's going. Not correctly translated, but yeah. I apologize for my bad English. It's not the best, okay? You know that. Maybe I'm already a meme of the guy who don't speak good English, but that's not the point. They wrote, we will ship it. We will ship the cabins. Would be the correct term. So they don't even use their own native language correct, and I made fun of that cause it's ridiculous. Because if you don't wrote something correct, no one can say you wrote that or you said that. They can say we never said that. Yes, of course, because you never said it. But I have to look down to believe that they really messed it up. In my understanding of the words, the context, and yeah, if we got something, we ship it, and if we don't get something, we don't ship it. We can't ship it. We are innocent. We stole your money under false promises 3 years ago. Delivery time 2 months. It's a big joke. Okay. And I wrote them back. In any case. Oh, they offered me game gun Polymega. No, the correct term would be we offering you a Polymega game gun. So I'm tired of that. And you know what? You know more than them. Cause I'm totally willed to go the full way this time, and that means I have to give them a date. If this date are passed, I have to give them a second date, and then I can. Cause I accidentally checked it up. I have a legal insurance, and I will try to get every cent out of it in my currency, cause I paid in my currency and I had some good feelings about that. And that hurts. Because we all know the European Union money isn't strong anymore. And my currency is strong, and when they have to pay me back my money in my currency, they have to grab deeper in the pocket. And I'm sorry for everyone out there, because I know it's your money, but I'm willed to go the whole way through. Because I was patient and was nice and kind and polite as well. They have no manners. They are rude persons and they are bad business people. And such companies has to be down. So yeah, that is it practically for this week's episode of the Lazy Video Gamer Show. I like to talk about video games. I would like to have a fireside chat about cool things that I bought or that I own, or maybe you enjoy it as well, because there are so many great games out there and so many cool consoles and possibilities to play these games. But this thing, I promised you to share it with you and to let you know when I get some news, and these are some news. So yeah, I'm asking now myself, for what do they wait to deliver my stuff? If we remember back when the Polymega as Retroblock was announced first as a Kickstarter project, they had all those ideas of the CD-ROM based games, speculation about the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation and Sega Dreamcast, Game Boy support, Game Gear support, every old console. And the nail in the coffin is that they now one step more at their goal, cause Atari is buying in their company, and so they will release very soon the announcement of the official announcement. I checked the webpage from Playmargy recently and from time to time, and they didn't have any new announcements since spring this year, where they promised at the end of this year we deliver everything. But they don't. I believe they don't, cause for those who are waiting now so long, they want to grab more money from you and him and her to can offer the people some goodies. And they have to, cause there is no other way to silence us. And in my case, that it's for the orders that I placed, I reached the end of the end of the line, the end of the street. I'm not interested any longer in the Polymega anymore. It's a clown show, a shit show, sorry for the word. And the arcade one-ups, everyone who has an arcade one-up at home and plays it more than once in a week or more than once in a month knows that the parts are not good. And you have to replace it by yourself very soon. After 1 month, one of the joysticks from my KI cabin that I imported from the States wasn't that good anymore, or even some buttons. When you're buying an arcade one-up, you buy the shelf, and a monitor, and then you invest some money and mod it by yourself. And maybe you noticed Sega Rally and Daytona USA, PlayStation 3 and Sega Saturn. And I have a lot of fun with those machines, and they are cool. But in-house produced arcade one-ups are more than a mixed bag. I heard from people who had the newest generation of cabs, and the malfunctioning was even starting by those machines by the newest generation with the best buttons Arcade 1-Up offers us very soon. And so yeah, but if you do what you wanna do with such a cab, you have a great time. And that's what I'm wishing now to you. A fantastic Sunday Eve, a fantastic week. Enjoy your games, they are your games, and maybe you watch my Light Gun special. Have a fantastic time, and welcome to the next level. I'm just a lazy video gamer, even too lazy to make a new intro.